The way men bond or the way men fall in love is the more you stress them out, the more you allow them to release this hormone, the more that they'll fall for you.
It doesn't seem to matter how many times men say it. They don't want you to stress them out. They want peace. All right, let's talk about it.
The way men bond or the way men fall in love is the more you stress them out, the more you allow them to release this hormone, the more that they'll fall for you. And different men have different stress levels. For example, if you are dating a regular guy and he had to sweat for that Coach bag, he had to work hard for that Coach bag, he's doing night shift, all of a sudden, usually he works 7 days, he works 5 days a week. All of a sudden, I have to work. Oh, I'm doing night shift. Oh, I'm doing day shift. That man is building a bond. He's trying to fall in love. If a guy on the first date just hands you a bag that he could afford because he probably spends the weekend popping those bottles, the same amount on bottles of Dom Perignon, is that really stressful for him? No. Is it good for you that doesn't have the bag? Absolutely, cash in. But that's not the type of guy that you settle down with. That's the type of guy, like I said, that you have fun with. So as much as it's all like, yeah, I don't want a guy that will get me a Pandora's train, I want a guy that, you know, we can go in the jet, that's fine. But you can't, me personally, I don't look for love in those type of men. Yes, don't date a brokey. I still stand on that. Don't date a suffering boy. But everyone that's talking about, yeah, if a guy don't buy me this, there's not many of them. And those that are doing it, just know that it's not going to just be you.
At the end there, she started to make some points. We've said it all the times. If you're going after a man that has the money to simply throw money at you frivolously, he really doesn't really care for you. He's buying an outcome. And to you, it may be an expensive gift. To him, it may just be the course of doing business. That's a difference in status. That's like you leaving the United States and you go somewhere else where your money's longer. Yeah, I don't mind buying you that because it costs me almost nothing. To you, it's the world. To me, it's whatever. It's Tuesday. But let's focus in on the beginning of this thing. I don't know where you got the idea that if you stress a man, he's going to love you more. That makes absolutely no sense. Now, it may be that you're looking at a different quality of man. There's a difference in echelon here, but actual men that are out there with the finances to do these things, they're not looking to add stresses onto our life. Let's understand this, that if the stress was a thing that engendered me to love it, whatever the stressing organism is, why do you see so many people online complaining about their situation, the baby mama, complaining about the state of the dating today? Why aren't more people in love? Why aren't more men in marriages screaming to the high heavens how happy they are? No, they're talking about how stressed they are. They're talking about how small they are. They're talking about how they do not feel valued and understood. Stressing people causes the body stress. That's not good in any type of medical sense, period. Now, why are we having this conversation? Because a multitude of women online believe if I stress him out, somehow that's going to turn around and make him love me. No. No. I don't know how many times we have to say that. No. When men are constantly saying that they want peace, and the first idea that comes out is like, let's give him the exact opposite of that. Let's stress him out and let him think somehow this is going to make this happen. I remember years ago, I had an ex-girlfriend where we would fight every 2 to 3 days. You could set your clock by it. And it wasn't fights that were worthy of fights. It was depending on my word choice. So when it came down to the breakup and I said, yo, I'm done. And she said, why? I said, because we fight all the time. She said, that's normal for couples. It's not. We don't want to sit there and fight with you all the time or at all. We want a smooth, easier going life. We want to select the places where we have to fight, where it requires us to fight. But at that point in time, we're fighting the outside world. It's me, you versus the world. We're fighting together against the threats. Not when I come back home, I have to fight you. And you're here in your twisted sort of mind and logic, thinking that somehow this is going to make us connect more. You don't see that it's slowly killing him. And at some point in time, he's going to realize the best thing I can do is cut bait and say, I'm good. Doesn't matter how much love I have for you. Doesn't matter what type of life we built together. I'm done with this because one, this is going to put me in early grade. 2, I can't think about that the rest of my life is going to be filled with arguing over you because you're finding things to be upset about because you again, in your twisted logic, think this is the way we connect. Listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. You know, we're coming up on a full year on YouTube, so we may still do 2 videos a day, 2 shorts a day. I don't know. We're going to see what we're going to see. But Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time, subscribe to Sundays. Make sure you are there, right? We got a goal on the channel. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers and then 10,000 subscribers. But if you get any value from this channel, from what we talk about, from the topics, or you just come here for entertainment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. That's the best way we can help grow. And, you know, besides donations, but subscribe. So listen, we see this all the time. And we have to point it out because you see it from younger women and older women. So somehow the information is being transferred, this thought process is happening. And one of the reasons it occurs is because you don't have the ability right now to listen to what a man is saying, what he actually likes. Imagine you are trying to talk for men, talk about strategies to keep a man, but you've refused to actually listen to those men. It's a world where it's very narrow. It's very, very stringent. It's how I see it, and that's it. And then you wonder why, when men see this, they look at it and they say, well, this is absolute garbage. This is absolute rubbish. But in the same comment section, you insult those men. They're saying, no, this is wrong. You think you know enough about the world, about men, to think you know exactly how to be a woman, exactly how the world works, and then exactly how men work. If we go with that idea, why is the state of dating the way it is? Why are you constantly complaining that you get used by these men to the point where you start celebrating celibacy? You start showing that off and saying, I refuse to do this, I refuse to do this, because you guys don't understand. You guys don't know how to be men. You can't define it for the men and then hold them to your standard definition. That's not how any of it works. It's fine to say, I wish men were more like this. That's fine. But to now speak to men and tell them, this is what you think, this is how you move, these are your actual motivations, it's the height of lunacy. That's not how any of it works. It's just like a man coming to tell you exactly what perimenopause does to you, exactly what pregnancy is like, exactly what your monthly cycle, the hormonal changes. I'm the expert and I'm telling you about that. Oh, wait, you hate when men do that. You have movements about that. You say it's your body, your choice. Again, give us the same autonomy you expect granted to you. Now, if you want to make a case where it's saying, well, it's because they did this and this is why we do this, again, that's never going to come to a solution. And it would be different if you were spot on. If the majority of you were spot on, you understood men on a fundamental or basic level, though, we had to just sit there and say, who gave her the playbook? Who gave her the playbook? But instead, you come with increasingly bad takes that in some way always benefit you. Men that have to do this, they have to spend, they have to kowtow, they have to bend. They do this because a real man would do this. Once you start saying that, real men check out. And then look at you and say, if I'm going to stay here, I'm going to engage with this. We're looking at it in the sense of, how long would it take me to correct this? If I want to see something serious with you, this is an ideal, a mindset that I have to correct. How long have you held it? How long would it take me to combat it to the point where we get to a place where we can build something on a foundation? Too long. Hey, but you look good enough to sleep with, so I just have to pretend and put up with this for X amount of time. Well, yeah, you hate when we do that too. Listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to sound my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. I'm trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.